I ended up profiting way more than I thought. Today is Friday, and I ended up pocketing, I think, over $100,000. I think it was 115,230 dollars. Anyway, so this ticker showed up in my scan, which was move, and this ticker corresponded to my setup. My setup is part of my playbook. I call it textbook playbook. It's part of my course. It's 15 hours, and you need to watch it to understand what I'm doing. Anyway, so I ended up, this ticker pretty much spiked on, a couple of months ago up to $21, and today it will spike up again at $21. And I went short on this ticker at around $21. I covered at 16, and then I shorted the bounce again at $20, and then I covered at 15. So I made two short trades on this awesome ticker. I ended up profiting way more than I thought. But everything worked out great. We're going to talk all about it, for educational purposes only. You can see my screenshot, and I'm going to also talk about it. So this is kind of like what my P&L looks like. 115K, 115K. Let's see if we can. And, you can see that I was initially short right here around $20. I covered at 16, short again at $20, and then covered at 15 and 17. This is the move stock right here. So we have this fits my criteria. So first off, we just moved to the new website. The new website is Stockfesser, much better than it was before. Before it was pretty much the website was pretty much not search engine friendly. So we moved on to the nice website. We got over here me in a suit, much more professional. We got me over here in Sydney. We got me here in right here. We got in Italy. We got Thailand. We got Vegas. So I'm a world traveling trader. So what I did was today I shorted a big mover and pretty much moved to a new website. And right here, if you go to my website and you click textbook playbook, right here, you're going to have about, let me see how many hours of this course. You're going to have about this is called right here in shorting. This is called the gap up short trend line strategy. It's 2 hours long, and you're going to talk about all that setup. Pretty much move coincided with what I was looking for. You can see, so here, move right here, short the daily resistance at around 21 bucks, covering 16, went short again at 19, covered again at 15. So I'm able to profit on the downside pretty aggressively around, you can see around 115K on this short. So I'm gonna get my blackboard. First off, we move to a new website. Make sure you sign up. I'm also working on my new course, which is called, as you can see, so textbook playbook live trading. So make sure you sign up to the pre-sale. It's probably going to be released at the end of the year or maybe next year, but I'm trying to work on it. So all my trades for this year are being recorded. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much, release a course, me live trading, and me, making a commentary of my thought process while I'm in this trade. So make sure you go to my website right here. You're going to sign up to my textbook playbook. This is a course that's coming up at the end of the year. If you'd like to purchase my current playbook, make sure you do so here, textbook playbook. But we also moved to stockfesser.com. And we also did some design on the website, much more better, much more professional. But in the big scheme of things, we're gonna grab I actually did this video before, to tell you the truth. So I actually did this video before. You can see we had some technical difficulties in which pretty much I spilled I spilled my what's it called? I spilled my green tea. So we're gonna talk about this setup over here that happened. All right, so let's review. So pretty much move. Let's see if we can get it a little bit over here. All right, so let's see. Is that good? You all see that? All right, let's see. So we got move. This week has been a little bit predominantly favoring the shorts. So this is part of my short the daily resistance. This is called This is right here is called a gap up short. This right here is called a gap up short. So it's a stock that pretty much ran up in the past to $21, and then you pretty much short the resistance. You can see, so the gap up short, we were around 300 to 50K float. We had 21 resistance. In the past week, like last week, I was talking about last week. I was saying that, if you look at me, in the park, I was talking about that, 200, 300% gappers that go up 700% happen very rare. And that only happens, maybe 3 or 5 stocks out of the year. A stock that's gapping up 300%, it's only going to be, it's only going to go up to 700%, maybe 3, 4 times a year. So I recognize that this week the bulls were actually getting wrecked. A lot of the tickers were pretty much selling off, especially on Wednesday or Thursday. I was seeing a lot of choppiness and a lot of bearish. So, whenever you have choppiness, you have the bears winning. Anyway, so I saw this setup. It coincided with my, short the daily resistance pattern, which I have 2 hours of it. I recognize that these tickers are not as strong as they were last week. And, just remember, try not to short. A lot of amateur traders come in and try to short the first week and blow up their account. So try not to short the first one or the first week or the first, try not to short, because that's the beginning of the bull market cycle. So everything after the beginning of the bull market cycle, everything is going to be less. Every single ticker is going to be less. If a stock goes up 300%, the stock gaps up at open 300%, it runs up 700%. That's the most it can do. It cannot do any higher than that. So when I saw this stock gapping up, I don't know, 200, 300%, I pretty much shorted around 21, covered 16.5, and then shorted again at VWAP at around 20, and then covered 15. I made, I think, around $4 on the downside and another $4 on the short. So I made, like, I don't know, maybe $8 overall on this ticker, on just this ticker, just shorting, just covering into the wash, shorting again at VWAP, and then pretty much, pretty much covering at the end of the day.